Hi, I'm Angela Wolf, fashion designer and online instructor. And in this lesson, I want to show you how to take some garments that you have, maybe you're going to give them away, maybe you don't ever wear them, and mix them up and make some fun things. Now, I actually purchased these jackets, but what I loved about them is the contrast. Sweater sleeve, kind of a fun jacket, that'd make a great vest too. Faux fur with a sweater sleeve. Very nice tweed sweater sleeve, you get the hint? Sweaters. So go through your stash or go to a secondhand shop and pick up a couple sweaters. What do you look for? Well, you want to look for the same type of shoulder as the jacket. So for a set-in sleeve, you want to find a set-in sleeve for the sweater. It just makes it easier for you. This would make a great sweater on a leather jacket, like a faux leather type thing. This one would be great, but you have to be careful what fabric you mix this one with because it will shed and it'll look like you've been hanging out with your cat all day. All right, how about this one? This one is one of my favorite sweaters and it shrunk the first washing. So now I can take these sleeves and this would look great with something, I don't know, I'll find a jacket. So what I have here is a couple other things. Here's one more jacket I just want to point out. This one is a knit. It's not lined. Super easy to take apart. This would look great with a black sweater. So there's just some ideas for you. This is the one I chose to use. I wear this all the time. It's just a fleece. I wear it for fishing. And I also wear this top. But if you can't tell, this one shrunk too. So this is a great thing to do for that. The sleeves are still long enough and they have a high stretch. So what I did is I've already taken one of the sleeves off and I'm just going to kind of slide this through so you can see. See the contrast? That's going to be a lot of fun. So let me show you how to do this. There's a few ways, of course, but I'm just going to show you the way that I chose. I've taken one of the sleeves off already. Actually, that would make a very cute vest as well. But here's the sleeve. It looks like a two-piece sleeve. And notice how the sleeve cap, let's see, let me mark it here. It's a little bit different than the front and the back. So what I have is a piece of paper here. And I actually have two pieces of paper. I'm just going to use a black Sharpie to show you that's where this meets. That's going to be my center of my sleeve. So I'm just going to take this sleeve here, put a pin in it, make sure it stays. Let's see. Maneuver this around. What I want to do is redraw this sleeve cap. So there's a seam on the outside. I'm just going to line that up, and we're going to redraw. Why am I doing this? Well, because you want whatever sweater you cut out, the sleeve might not necessarily fit, and you want to make sure that it at least stretches to fit. And around this side. All right, so this is the front, and this is the back. That's your shoulder. That's all I need. So what do I do with this sweater? First thing, I'm going to lay this out. Where would be a good place to cut this? Well, sweaters can fray. Some of the knits won't fray, but these are, I'm not sure. Some of them will fray. They're knit together, so you pull one thread and it all goes. So I'm just going to start higher here and cut this off. I'm sure I'll find something to do with that neckline. All right, so there's my sleeve. Now I just want to make sure that this is going to match. This seam right here, I don't want to pull that apart. I'm afraid it's going to rip, so I'll end up trimming around there. And in fact, I'll just do it so you can see this. And when I stitch, I'm going to stitch on this side of the seam, so I don't have all this. But I'm not going to cut that off, just in case it frays. So we'll just get close to it. All right. And it looks like it's a little short, but if I stretch this knit, it's going to fit in just fine. Well, we'll give it a try, right? So here is my top. I've already removed the sleeve, and I just want to give you one tip for that. How I remove this, it had top stitching and everything. Just slide your seam ripper into the seam and start pulling just a few threads. And then once you get rolling, you can just slide it and it'll open up. I didn't think you need to watch that whole part. So here's my sleeve. And I usually like to pin this at the table because then I know that everything's lining up okay. Now I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt right now, but if I wasn't, I would have on a tank top so I could just keep trying this on and making sure it fits nicely. All right, so here is my underarm. This jacket's kind of odd because it doesn't have a seam at the underarm, but I can see there's actually a notch right there. See? Even in commercial wear, they have notches. Put a few pins here. And once I get this pinned into place, we're going to stitch this on, and then we're going to run it through the serger. If you don't have a serger, that's okay, but you'll have to use something like a bias binding or something like that. Okay, now watch what I'm doing here. I'm stretching the sweater just a little bit, and that seam that I want to cut off is just falling on the outside of this. All right, and I'm going to pin this all the way around. I don't use pins very often, but when it comes to altering or putting in sleeves, I just want to make sure it's right, and I hate ripping out stitches. I already ripped out enough taking this sleeve off. That fits great. So let's just take a quick look from the outside. Pretty fun. All right, let's go to the sewing machine. At the sewing machine, I'm going to stitch with the sweater side down. And I don't want to stitch on this thick seam, remember. We want to stitch on the inside of that. This is a little thicker jacket, so I'm going to change the stitch length to a 3.0. And make sure that you test your stitch. Just a little bit. It's hard to test it when you're cutting things off, but I could test the stitch on that sleeve that I took off. Let's see, get that. And then I'm just going to go around the entire sleeve. This is a lot of bulk in here, so I hope you can see okay. If you're worried that this isn't working right, just use a basting stitch, and that way you can try it on and make sure that you like the look of it. Get over all these seams. This sweater that I'm putting on there, once I cut it, it's going to fray like crazy. Just throw it in the dryer for a few minutes and it's going to be good to go. All right, we're back at the underarm, so just give it a little bit of a stretch, just a little bit. If you have to stretch your sweater to match this armscye, or armhole, whichever term you prefer, you do not want to stretch from here to here. You only want to stretch at the underarm. Otherwise, you'll end up with all these little puckers up here. Let's see what we have. It's looking pretty good. I like that. Now we're going to the serger. All right, now we're getting ready to go over a lot of bulk. If you're worried that your needle, you have a handheld wheel on your serger if you get too thick, especially if you're using like a denim jean jacket or something. A denim jean jacket is a great jacket to add with some of these sweaters, but that's a lot of fabric, so just be careful and stitch slowly. So again, I'm just gonna, if you look closely, you can see I cut off that entire seam. Again, I'm going over a real thick seam here. I'd just rather be safe than sorry. It's not that the machine can't handle it, it's the needles. All right, a little bit further. And again, down the other side. All right, I'm going to serge off. By the way, if you didn't notice, I am using contrasting threads so you can see what's going on here. The last thing I want to do, because it's a sweater, is you really want to top stitch the seam allowance to your jacket. And I'm just going to do this for a little section so you can see what it looks like. Start, by the way, at the underarm seam so you can't see where you start and stop. You could backstitch if you want, but stay stitch will just give it like one stitch in place so it doesn't fall out. And for my top stitching, I'm going to change it to a 4.0. And this bright orange is going to show up on this brown. There must be a sports team or something that's going to want this. All right, let's see. I'm getting around. So what I'm doing is as I'm sewing, I'm just maneuvering the fabric and I'm pushing that seam allowance out of the way. All right, let's just go a little bit further, and then I'm just going to pull this out so you can see it, because that's a very small armhole. You're not going to see any of this. All right, so I'm going to bring this back up to the table. I think that'll be the best for you to see this. So here I have the sleeve attached. This looks great. you wouldn't even know that I restyled this. And then how about for the back? That looks great. And that orange top stitching, you can't even see it in this fabric. So what do you think? Pretty cute. So I hope these give you great ideas for mixing and matching fabric, and that whole stash of stuff that you might have wanted to get rid of or you shrunk, like I have a problem with, now we have another use for it. Can't wait to see what you're working on.